A half-time score that stunned a large proportion of the Twickenham crowd here. But Jerry Guscott and Austin Healy, it's not surprised you, Austin. This is what you indicated before the start.
No, I did say that the Leeds back line was very exciting, and two good tries. Chris Bell, who's one of the standout centres in England, along with Leon Lloyd and Ollie Smith this season. He's had a great game so far, and the interception try really topped it all off for Leeds.
Yeah, because of that interception try coming just before half-time, just when Bath were pressing. There'll be absolute fury in that Bath dressing room, I'm sure.
There will, but they kind of bring it on themselves. I mean, there's not been a great deal of momentum from either side being built up by the forwards, which as a back you rely on to keep you on the forward foot. I think it's been very tentative from Bath. They've neither done one thing or the other. They've neither spread it down the back line, or they've not really taken it with any kind of hard graft up front. And Leeds have been a little bit flaky. No one's grabbed hold of this game and said, right, we're going to win it, until Malone put that stray pass in and Leeds went away.
Yeah, we'll see that in a moment. I mean, the man who was making the biggest impact up until that point, Gordon Ross, with two long-range penalties, which put Leeds ahead and also set up the Chris Bell try as well.
I'd say you can leave fly-halves alone, but in first-class rugby at your peril. Ollie Bartley came up too quick, and Ross has just gone through. He's not the quickest guy in the world, so that's probably why he put foot to ball, and then it's a bit of a foot race. But thankfully, Ross has still got his eyes open. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, this is
carrying on.
Gordon Ross kick had set up.
But still, he's aware of what's going on. There's no Bath fullback, and we can see that Bell's clearly onside by a good couple of yards. Great vision from Ross, and Bell, the informed centre, just casually takes it. No Bath defence there to cover, and just falls over the line. It's a very, very well worked try.
Pinpoint accuracy, and Leeds were needing to break the game up a bit, and that's precisely what a kick of that quality does.
Well, yeah, I think Ross, as you said, is the only player really who's taken the bull by the horns. He made the break. He took a chance with the kick. It's very hard to score a try over the top within the 22 with all the sweeping players, and deservedly so. I think he's been the best player in the first half. Set up a good try, and he's given Leeds the opportunity to go on and win this game.
But throughout that first half, and certainly as we got into the last 10 minutes of that first half, you sensed Bath's ability to take control of this match at any stage they wanted.
I think one of the major problems for Leeds now is that they've lost Bolshaw and they've lost Phil Christophers. Now, from scrums, Ross is now defending on the wing. Now, I don't know if any of the Bath players have seen this, but he is not a defensive wing player. Bath need to attack his channel, get the ball out wide, and take him on there, because it's a definite weakness in the Leeds defensive line.
The interception that gave Sneijman that try just before half-time, it came at a point when everyone was screaming, Bath try.
Bath are on a roll, but Malone gets too much time to think. He goes, shall I pop it, shall I go wide? He goes wide and then puts it right in the basket of Sneijman. It's a heart-wrenching moment for a player. We've all kind of given those passes, not necessarily for the opposition to score tries, but you just get too much time, and that's where he was at fault. It's just a great pass to the opposition. And there's no hiding place, you know. It's replayed and replayed. And if Leeds go on to win it, I mean, Chris Malone is going to be hiding in Bath this evening.
I think it's been indicative of Bath's attack. They've been indecisive. No one's stepped forward and said, give me the ball. Matt Perry perhaps has made a couple of nice breaks, but no one has really said, give me the ball, let me try and find some space. It all seems to be, Bath seem to be looking for bodies as opposed to looking for space, and they're playing a very stereotype game plan at the minute.
It's lacking a lot of energy. Yeah, if they really want to go, I mean, the forwards have got to be smacking and smacking onto the ball, and they're just not doing it at the moment.
OK, let's get some further opinions from Jill Douglas down pitch side with former Bath captain Andy Nicol.
Well, I had a quick word with John Callard before he went into the Leeds dressing room. And John Callard, just at half-time there, Andy, he had to say that he was happy to be in front, but he was disappointed, obviously, to have lost two very potent members of his strike force. But he was happy with the way that Leeds had handled the fact that they'd lost Christophers and Bolshaw. Would you agree with that?
Oh, very much so. I think if Phil Davis had been offered 20 points to 9 at half-time with Bolshaw and Christophers on the field, he'd have taken it. So to have that lead with them off the park, they've just played so well. Gordon Ross has controlled things beautifully. I mean, you've got to stand off controlling the game like that, then you're going to get chances, and they've taken them very well.
How significant is that try just before the break? It can be a very cruel game, rugby, can't it?
Oh, it can be. Interceptions are always one of these things that everyone in the crowd can see that it's on for that ball to be intercepted, and Andrew Sneijman read it very well. That could be the turning point, because that could easily have been a try for Bath, and now it is 20 points to 9. That's I tell you, it's an uphill task for Bath this second half.
And both teams very, very strong in defence, Andy.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's not been a particularly great game. Both teams are playing a limited style of rugby, and this is what they've done all season. So it's really bish-bosh at the moment, and the defences are holding up nice. A little bit of magic from Gordon Ross with the chip over for Chris Bell's try has been the difference until that interception.
What do you expect from Bath then in this second half?
Well, they've got to step it up, because first 20 minutes of the first half, they really didn't turn up. And really, Matt Perry's the only one in the backs who's actually shown any sort of creativeness. So they'll need to up their game if they're going to get back into this game.
Thanks, Andy. A quick word on those injuries. Phil Christophers is suffering with a rib injury, and as we saw, of course, Ian Bolshaw with a quad injury, and he looked very sore indeed when he walked into the dressing room at half-time.
OK, Jill, well, for the crowd here at Twickenham, if you're not enjoying this cup final, there's 3 others on the schedule here today. And just a little bit earlier on, we had Bedford winning the Powergen Shield final. And they staged quite a fight back against Plymouth Albion. And it was fullback Mark Harris who scored Bedford's try to complete the comeback for a 14-13 win. And it was the Bedford captain, Chris Johnson, who used to captain Rotherham in the Premiership, was presented with the Shield. Bedford winning the Powergen Shield final against Plymouth Albion. And earlier we also had the Junior Vars final. That was won by Sheffield Tigers, 30 points to 13 against Solihull. And a little later we've got the Intermediate Cup final, Morley against Westoe. But it's the Powergen final itself. Leeds 20, Bath 9, and Andy Nicol there was talking about the size of the task now that faces Bath in this second half.